everybody, I've missed you so much, and there were so many Twitter questions that I saw while I was gone that I couldn't wait to come back and answer them for you. So that's what we're gonna do today. My first Twitter question comes from Cynthia Ann Galindo. She asks, how is it living in your new house? Have you had to adjust to certain things? Well, Cynthia, I absolutely love living in my new house. And for us, we have moved at least once every year for the past 5 years. So in my mind, it feels so awesome to be able to know that we're in this house that we're gonna be in for a really long time. So I'm gonna be able to decorate it and put things away. I kind of take my time and not have to stress out about it. So I'm really excited to get the house decorated and settled, but I'm not really in a super rush to do it. I think the only thing that I've had to adjust living in the new house is we kind of are in the mountains, so I've had to plan my grocery shopping trips a little bit more strategically, but I also love the fact that we don't have a lot of neighbors and we don't have to worry about our kids being in LA traffic or running out into the LA streets. I love living in Idaho. My next Twitter question comes from Anna Tomlinson. She asks, which kid was the hardest to give birth to? I had to think about this one for a minute because I feel like all of the births were hard in their own way, but I would probably say the first one was definitely the hardest because I didn't know what to expect, because I didn't understand exactly what my body would be going through. I wasn't exactly sure how to push or how to move my body or hold my body in the right way to be able to more efficiently get this baby out. And I think that's why the first one was the hardest. But once I kind of did it for the first time, I think I had some tips that I carried on to the next labor, and then so on and so on. It did get easier with every child after that. And I feel pretty lucky because I've never really had any complications with having kids, so I can't really say that I've had really hard labors. Just my own knowledge and my own ability to understand what my body was going through was probably the hardest for me. At meg.btw asks, when you and Shay got married, did you know how many kids you wanted? I always love this question. Because when we got married, in my mind, I'm like, I want a big family. I want like 12 kids. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have like a plantation with just like hundreds of babies. Okay, that's a little exaggeration, but I did want a big family because I came from a family of 5 of us, and then when my dad remarried and we had a blended family, there was 11 of us. And I absolutely love family reunions. I love family get-togethers. It is the best time ever because there's just so much life. And that's what I wanted for my own family. Of course, after having one child, I then was like, oh, this is really hard. I think 12 is not my number, but we'll keep thinking about this. And I think that my number is 5 for now. And I'm really grateful because Shay has always kind of left it up to me because he says, you know what, you're the one that has to carry these children. So whatever number you want, that's the number that I want. And he's really supportive with whatever I would like to do. But of course, he's a great father and I think that he could be a father to 12 children. I just couldn't birth 12 children. I think that for every couple, you just have to talk to each other and decide what's best for you guys. And we just kind of played it by ear. We had one, and when we felt like we wanted another one, we had a second one. And that's kind of how we've been living our life. We've never felt like we're done. So that's why I feel like I want one more, but you never know what could happen. And Nahi Moore asks, how do you have patience with your children? Have you always been like that, or have you learned to handle it along the way? I think that patience is something that you definitely learn, and with my kids, they have taught me patience, and they've taught me a lot about myself and about what kind of a parent I want to be. Because I've noticed when I am short with them, when I don't take the time to make the choice to be patient, then that creates feelings between us that aren't really healthy, and I don't feel good about it. It's important to take that time to be like, I need to give the best answer and the best advice to this child, and I need to take time to be patient and not reactive. Because if you're reactive, I think that creates a wall, and it also causes your children to repel or pull back from you. And so it's important to make the choice to be patient. I guess that's more of what I'm trying to say is it's a choice and it's something that you do have to learn. But if I can tell you that right now, take that time to be patient and you will not regret it. You'll only be thankful that you did it. All right, my last Twitter question comes from Hey Amber. What is the best parenting advice you have gotten or learned from having 5 kids? This is a really great question. I feel like there are a billion answers to this question because I do absolutely love being a mom, and I've learned so much from having 5 kids. Not only patience, but I feel like the overall feeling that I've learned is to enjoy the journey. Not to take things personally that my kids are doing or saying, because they are little human beings that are learning new things every day. They're learning how to communicate. They're learning how to communicate not only with you, but with each other, learning their own feelings. And it's really brilliant and amazing to watch them experience life and go through those things. And I feel blessed as their mother to just be able to walk them through that and help them understand the feelings that they're feeling and the experiences that they're having. I've always felt really grateful that my parents were really good about communicating with me and not flying off the handle. I mean, there were those times where they did, but I learned that through communicating with your kids as if they're friends, as if they're human beings and not just your children that you want to turn into these things. Allow them to become who they're meant to become and not who you want them to become. All right, you guys, thank you so much for everything. I absolutely love answering your questions, and I love getting your comments and just learning more about you guys because you're part of the family too. So we'll see you guys later on Mommy and Me. Bye.